Hello and welcome to this video where we'll go into set operations in DuckDB SQL. Here, set operations, we will do it with coding. In previous video, you have seen the concepts behind it. This will be actually part 1 of set operations, and here we'll work with synthetic data. I will generate some data in DuckDB, but you can see how that is done. And then afterwards, we will do different types of set operations, such as intersection, union, except, and maybe some more. And then in the next video, the idea is that we will go into a very famous database called Sakila database, which is originally developed for MySQL. And now it's readily available. We can use it. And we'll show you in the next video how to work with that and use union for that data. That would be really fun, but starting now, we'll start with the set operations on that data set that you can see we can combine many queries into compound queries. That would be really interesting, but now we will work with very simple synthetic data just to grasp the concepts. Let's move on to Visual Studio Code. Here I am in Visual Studio Code. As you see, it's empty. Let's start with creating a few folders, or just a folder basically. SQL folder, and we'll do cd SQL, and inside of it we'll do touch synthetic data.sql. Synthetic data means fake data, data that we simulate or generate. This is synthetic data, and I will also use set operations on the synthetic data. I created these 2 files. You can see them here, and you can also do ls and you can see them. cd ... to jump up back to original. Here I will do input redirection soon, but I will create my synthetic data first. Let's go there and create our synthetic data. Create a schema. I'll create the schema. If not exists, I will call it synthetic. And I will create table if not exists. Synthetic dot sales January. And for sales January, I'll have ID integer. And now I could have made the serial, etc., but I will skip that. Make it simpler. Product name text, and know that if I use text, varchar, or string, it doesn't matter. You have learned that from the string concepts lecture. Amount, decimal. Decimal, we have 10. It can have 10 values, and we have comma 2, which means there's 2 decimals. And then we have sale date. This is a date. And you learned this from the temporal data that we have in previous lectures as well. Let's copy this one. I'll copy this one and do sales Feb for February. Let's see, I should copy one more time. And here I will do synthetic, and I will call this products. ID integer, product name. And now it's not amount I want. Instead, I want the category as text and not the date. Instead, I will have price decimal. These are my tables that I will create, and note that yes, I just created a few tables, and afterwards I want to do different set operations on them. Of course, I could create more tables and also make it normalized, etc., but that is not really the scope of this course. Instead, it's more in the scope of the next course, which is data modeling. In this course, we will work with SQL commands basically, and work with SQL to analyze the data. Let's insert some data now, and inserting data, this is tedious to type out. So I will just copy it from the lecture notes here. You can also take a look into the lecture notes, which of course I have linked in this YouTube description. You can just copy this code in. Yes, this is February, this is January, and you can see the different sale, synthetic products. And that should be it. Or I can make from synthetic.sale Jan and sales feb, and also from products, just to see that you get this as output when we have done input redirection. I'm in the root folder, and now I will do DuckDB synthetic.duckdb, or not synthetic, I can call it set operations. DuckDB and input redirection, SQL, synthetic data. And you can see when I do input redirection, the whole script is thrown into the CLI of DuckDB and it runs there. You can see the final outputs 1, 2, and 3. This is the final output after I've done that. There should be data inside of set operations.duckdb. Now just run duckdb-ui set operations.duckdb. Now we have created this, open up this DuckDB local UI. It's time to go into set operations and let's try them out. Starting with select star from synthetic.sales January, and then union select, or we can actually just show one first. If I just show this one, you can see this is the result set from this query here. And now it's similar for a synthetic.sales February. Now I'll copy this one and go into cell here and run this one, and you can see now with the union, we get both the rows from the first result set, which is this one, union from the second result set. Take a look into this picture here, this Venn diagram. Here you can see the union. We get both from result set A and result set B. However, you may think like union, why do we get the duplicates? They are not duplicates, even if we have monitor twice. Because even if they have same ID, they have same product name and same amount. The date is different. Since they are different, they are not the same rows. Let's continue now with, I'll copy this one and I will pick out what I want to have the product name, comma, amount. And I want to have product name, comma, amount here as well. Actually, this becomes ugly. I will have it back like this. Paste this one in and I run it. Oh, now you can see monitor only appears once because they were not unique. Duplicates were removed because when you're doing set operations, the duplicates disappears by default. However, if we want to have the duplicates, then you should do union all. If I do union all, you can see that we have monitor twice. Let us continue now. I will copy the one above here and move it down. I copy with shift alt down button and then I use alt down button to move it down. Instead of union now, I will use intersect. See what will happen. Take a look into this Venn diagram here. It means that we will take those rows from the both result sets that are the same. Only those that are in common will be returned. Here, let's run it in. And you can see nothing gets returned because we don't have anything in common. However, let's hit this one. And instead of union, I will use intersect. Now you can see that we will get monitor and amount for the monitor. Because those were duplicate, they existed in both result sets. I run this one, yes, we only get monitor. Great. Let's see. Now we'll try how except. I will copy this one. And instead of intersect, I will do except. And you can see this is what we expect because we take everything from result set A and we remove everything that also exists in result set B, which was the monitor. Now we have removed the monitor from result set A. What is remaining is laptop and headphones. Cool. This was very simple set operations of part 1 that I wanted to show you. What I want to do now is Control D here. And when I do that, let's do ls, and you can see, I don't have a dot file. I don't need to do anything else. And I will just commit and push this to GitHub. This was part 1 of set operations in DuckDB, where we used synthetic data to demonstrate the basic set operations. Yes, I didn't use all of the set operations, but those that I've covered in the concepts part. I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and in the next video, we'll actually code out set operations for the Sakila database and explore the Sakila database. That will be a little bit longer and more comprehensive. I hope to see you there. Thanks, bye.